Hey, I'm Ryan, and today we're here in the back seat of my 1987 Fox Body Mustang, and I'm about to change the seatbelt sleeves on this car. So I've had this car for 24 years, and the outside sleeve that's actually on the seatbelt itself, at the bottom of the seatbelt, is in really good shape. But ever since I've owned it, the inside sleeve, where the buckle is, has been cracked up and broken. And it's getting to the point where it just keeps, almost every time I buckle up, it just keeps flaking away and flaking away and flaking away. So I've ordered a new set from Late Model Restoration. You get 4 pieces in the kit, 2 inside sleeves and 2 outside sleeves. And I'm gonna go ahead and change both of them just because I have them. You can tell the difference between the inside sleeve and the outside sleeve because the inside sleeve with the buckle end on it has this little hole right here. So it's not a very difficult job to do. The hardest problem that you will probably come across is that the bolts that hold the seat belts in place are probably really tight if they've never been out before. It's not uncommon to really have to fight with them. So you start with the breaker bar. It is a T50 bit on these Fox bodies, and break it loose. And then it's really a simple matter of just removing the bolt, and then we have to swap the actual sleeve over, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Okay, so I went ahead and I broke the bolt loose ahead of time. And then I've just gone and removed the bolt, and this is what I've got. You can see how it's badly damaged. So the one thing that I want to pay attention to here is to note that the hole is lined up, is visible when you're looking at the buckle. And in order to remove the sleeve, all you need to do is just pull the sleeve off the bottom end of the seatbelt. One of the things that you'll notice is that when you go to push the seatbelt into the new sleeve, that it's really easy to push in the hard metal part, or even this part here where the webbing is doubled up. But once you get to where it's just single webbing, it's really hard to push it in because the belt just folds over onto itself. So a great thing to do is to get a piece of sort of stiff wire and run the wire through here, bring it out the hole in the front, and just loop it through this hole, and then you can actually use that wire to help you pull the seatbelt into position. And again here, when you get to the double webbing, just don't force it. Make sure you kind of push those ends in so that you don't go ahead and crack it before you even get started. There you go. And done. All lined up. Brand new looking. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and the bolt, put this back in the car. This nut, I believe, is torqued to 23 to 29 foot-pounds according to the spec and the service manual. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and then we'll start to work on the outside. All right, so I'm all done the passenger side of the vehicle. I'm gonna go ahead and do the driver's side. You can see that was pretty easy. This took me about 17 minutes, and that includes filming and doing things twice a little bit. So it doesn't really take very long. It's not a very difficult project to do. The driver's side has one extra little change in it, and that is that there is a wire going into the seatbelt buckle that runs the dash light to let you know if your seatbelt's, or to remind you if your seatbelt's not buckled up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll just fast forward through it, but I'll show you the wire if there's any differences there at all. Ah, look at that. there is a wiring connector here in the floor. Let's see if I can get that in here. Right here. It's just a little bit behind the carpet on mine. So that's an easy fix. We'll just pull that apart. That was stuck in there really good. Okay, so that's probably why there's that hole right there, is so that the wire can come out, and it's maybe those parts are just interchangeable from side to side. So let's go ahead and remove this in the same way that we removed the other one. And go together in the same direction. I think this wire might need to go into that first. That is a tight fit. And actually, I think I'm going to use that wire again just to pull that connector out. Make sure that everything just goes real nice and smooth here. That was a little trickier than the other side, but not too bad. I think we'll just go ahead and get this buttoned up. All right, well, that's the video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it was helpful for you. I bought those sleeves from Late Model Restoration. I think they were about $55 for the set, and that does both front seats, so there's 4 plastic pieces in total. It makes a huge difference in the way that the interior looks, and I'm happy to have them. If this video was useful to you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel.